Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this Browns defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Fights off the defender. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Landry. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on 1st down. Flanagan. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down and 3. Looking to throw. Landry. Looking left side, and it's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
You talk about this Lions defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. is playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Flanagan. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The Lions at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL. Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was their partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. That is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Lions Giants passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Kyron Johnson there on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd down. Landry. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Landry. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run with Gibbs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it's Gibbs. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. But this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
To throw again. Landry steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 60. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Sheds off the tackle. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On third down, Flanagan. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Flanagan. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third and short to give to the tight end. A third down gain of 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a first carry for their fullback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before break. Landry to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. the Lions are able to cover this one up. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9 now. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Flanagan. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Carlton Davis picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Looking to throw. Landry. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Flanagan, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Landry. And that is incomplete here. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got this complete to Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they?
Touchdown, Detroit! Jahmyr Gibbs, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Up the middle they go. Flanagan. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On first down, Landry. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just...
Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw on 3rd down, Landry. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
This is 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Flanagan, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll change things up. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And his kick is indeed good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Landry eluding the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
With just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it.